Yo, what is going on, everyone in the crypto space? Thank you guys for tuning in to the channel today. Really do appreciate it. Now, over the course of this video, I'm going to be discussing both cryptocurrency in general and XRP specifically. So when I do mention deployment, I know I'm going to be mentioning deployment in this video for sure, where Ripple's being deployed with like central banks and some large institutions. I'm talking XRP, but when I'm talking more about the institutional backed exchanges, I am more discussing on the crypto general side of things. And also, I do frequently hate on Bitcoin. However, I don't think that's stopping it from going up in value. I mean, I honestly do think Bitcoin has so many flaws, but it really doesn't matter if the institutions are going to pump a lot of money into it. And I really think that's going to happen. So just a forenote, I do really think Bitcoin's going to die one day, but don't think we're quite there yet. We still got to get through this whole institutional phase of bringing all these cryptocurrency platforms to the average Joes and pump Bitcoin full of money, then leave it and hang it to dry. That's what I think the institution's real plan is. But however, I do really criticize Bitcoin quite a bit in all of its flaws and inefficiencies. But at the same time, I don't think it's gonna never go up again. So let's go ahead and get into it, and let's start off with a really interesting fact. So Darren XRP quotes Hodor's latest blog today, and again, shout out to Hodor and Darren XRP. Make sure to check him out on Twitter. And he quotes Hodor's article, which says the longest crypto bear market to date was the bear market from 2013 to 2014, which some analysts claim to have lasted 58 weeks in total. Note that actually our current bear market right now has just completed its 51st week. So we are nearing the all-time length, or essentially like the all-time high of the bear runs. So the longest one, the longest ever Bitcoin or cryptocurrency bear market was 58 weeks, and we just finished our 51st week. Now, the question is, are we going to break that record or are we not? If we are not, we're having a bull run in the next 2 months here. So, guys, you can just feel it. I mean, there's a certain aura in the space. I mean, I'm not trying to, be all hypey or anything, but there's just a certain aura and a certain feeling that you get when you know that just a little part of you thinks that a bull run, it's right there. All this progress on the back end that we're seeing with these institutional backed exchanges, Morgan Stanley, Fidelity, Ameritrade. I mean, you think all these guys are stepping in, Goldman Sachs, do you think all these guys are stepping in because they think it's just going to continue to go down? Heck no, they know. They saw what happened in 2017. They saw what happened without them. They know very well what they can do with their money in the market and bringing their products to the average Joe and pumping it full of money. They know what can happen. So I don't think all these institutions are stepping in because they think it's just going to keep going down. They obviously think that it's going to go. That's the reason why they're coming in. If cryptocurrency was just hung to dry and everyone thought it's just going to stay flat forever and it's never going to go up again, these institutions, first of all, would not be coming in. So again, interesting statement. The longest bear run ever lasted 58 weeks, and we are on our 51st week. So are we going to break that? Are we going to break that record or not? That's what I'm really curious to know. Now, I got a picture here from Mr. Cool Daddy, credit to him, and he sent me this picture, and it seems like it's someone, who, it seems like some sort of, like, you pay, like, 15, 20 bucks a month, and you're part of this, like, group where they, give you information on technical analysis, and basically, really ignore the text. It's sort of hypey and, I don't know. Don't really read the text. We're more focused on here. The text is super hypey. It's all about, oh, hey, man, that's the best freaking opportunity of lifetime, rejoicing in prosperity and abundance. That's all kind of hype talk. But what I'm more focused on here is this actual chart. And it's actually quite interesting what they are saying. So this is the last bull run right here. And what we're seeing is this pattern that's starting to repeat itself on Bitcoin currently. And you can see there's a life run. It's the 2 up and 6 down. And again, guys, technical analysis not as reliable as is in traditional markets. And again, don't treat this as fact. We're just seeing this as a speculative manner. So remember, don't hype up this data or anything. We're just gonna see what happens because we are approaching like the record for longest bear run ever. So we're really close. A bull run's right around the corner. Right, so what we're seeing here is the life run. You can see 2 green candles up, 6 down, and then we have this consolidation that on this certain date, it ended up exploding last year. And then guess what? The last day of fall, which is December 20th, and winter officially begins on December 21st. We're coming up to that date again. It is only about a week away until we might see a repeat of last year, which I do find quite interesting. And again, guys, do want to emphasize this is highly speculative. This is nothing. This is not based on any sort of factual information or documents. This is just based on simply technical analysis and seeing and just really seeing the patterns that are evolving and how today's price action is kind of conforming to the last bull run's pattern. So again, guys, I do want you guys to take note of this date, December 20th and the 21st. But again, don't like go out there start saying like, hey, bull run, December 20th, December 21st. I just want you guys to take note of it. Don't tweet about it, nothing. Just kind of keep it to yourself. Keep these dates in mind, because we are seeing a very similar pattern here to last year, and we are approaching that same date when Bitcoin had its last explosion. So the XRP bull run last year started December 12th, but we're talking Bitcoin right here, and whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the crypto market does follow. So again, don't hype this up or anything. This is extremely speculative. This is just something I'm very interested in, because we are approaching the sort of record for the longest bear run. So I feel like we're at a turning point at some point or another, because again, guys, we got all these institutional backed exchanges that are seriously gearing up to launch a major platform, and it would kind of be a perfect coincidence for Bitcoin to all of a sudden start going up as they're providing these platforms. So something to also note, which actually kind of makes me put some credibility behind what they're saying here about repeating last year's bull run and rising on the 20th and the 21st and starting that next Bitcoin explosion. As here's the thing: during the holiday season, Christmas is the absolute biggest holidays of the year. Advertisers are spending all the freaking money they have to just sell products. I mean, the holiday season is just the biggest outright holiday of the year, and that's when the markets are the most illiquid, is that point in time. And guys, guess what happens when the market is illiquid? It's a lot more exposed to volatility. It's a lot easier exposed to volatility. So if somehow some big boy or some big whale or some of the big institutions, they want to start pumping it, the best time to do it is during this winter season, when we're very close to Christmas, when markets become very illiquid. Because again, what are people doing? Out with friends, out with family, staying away, not trading. The markets are highly illiquid during the holiday season. What do we got coming up? We got Christmas, and we got New Year's coming up right after that. So we got a big 2 to 3 week span of just straight holiday season, and that's where the markets are the most illiquid during the year, and that allows to be very, very exposed to volatility. So the manipulators know, and the big boys in this market know, that the markets are going to be illiquid very soon. We're already starting to see that happen today. We're seeing volumes are actually significantly dropping all across the board. Not significantly, not like 50 or 60%, but 10, 20% starting to become shaved off each week now. And we're approaching into the holiday season where the markets are going to be very illiquid. So that's where I'm seeing a big possibility there to actually have this pump start if we do follow along with last year's pattern. So again, make note of it, December 20th, December 21st. Again, I am not trying to hype this up. I am not guaranteeing anything is going to happen on these days. I'm just saying, kind of take note to yourself, just stay interested with it and kind of follow it along, and let's see what happens. What we're looking for here is, we're not looking for, just a massive explosion on the 20th and 21st. We're looking to see if it does follow the same pattern, which could lead to an explosion. And again, highly speculative. This is not information. This is not factual information. We're all speculating right here, because we are seeing the first half of this pattern come to fruition. So we might be seeing a repeat of last year, and it could end up doing the same thing. And as well, we are coming up on the bear run record, essentially. And I don't quite think we're going to break that, because one of the reasons is back in 2013, 2014, the reason why I think that bear market lasted so long, because one, I believe this was the deep Mt. Gox crash. And the thing is, back then, the markets were a lot less exposed to the public. Not as many people knew about Bitcoin as they do today. One of the top 10 searches for 2018 was how to buy Ripple and how to buy Bitcoin. So it's highly exposed to the public now, which is why I don't think we're going to break that 58-week record. I think it's more likely than unlikely that we're going to have a bull run in the next 7 weeks. Because of that simple fact that 2014, 2013, not a lot of people knew about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Thus, the bear market lasted a lot longer, because there's a lot less volume coming through, because it's not as exposed to public. Versus today, we got some of the biggest name institutions in the world getting behind platforms that have these institutions who have trillions of dollars under asset management. They're getting into these platforms to provide cryptocurrency to the average Joe. That's why I don't think we're going to break that 58-week record. I'm thinking here in the next 7 weeks, I think we're start to see a little bit of movement, because It was a lot, like cryptocurrency now is a lot more exposed to the public than it was back in 2013, 2014. So the most logical thing, by using logic and reasoning, the most logical answer is that really that we're not going to break that record. Because how can we break that record with having more of a liquid market and more availability to the public and more public knowledge about it? Why would we break the streak of 2013, 2014 when literally like nobody knew about Bitcoin back then? So that's the thing. I don't think we're gonna break that 58-week bear market record, because we're just a lot more exposed today to the public. And as well, who do we got coming in? Big institutions. These big institutions aren't stepping in because they think crypto is just going to die. They know it's going to go up again and they're going to be the main cause of it. So that's where, guys, I am really seeing that a bull run is right on the corner. I'm not trying to be hypey. I'm just using logic and reasoning with data from 2013, 2014 with the 58-week bear market record, and we're on the 51st week. So we are I feel like we're closing in on that reversal period, and I think it's coming in the next couple of months. That's just my prediction. I'm not guaranteeing anything. That's just from my speculative standpoint. That's where I think here in the next 2 months, I think we're going to start to see a little bit of movement. And again, what do we have happening Q1 2019? We got a lot of Ripple partners deploying. We got a lot of institutional backed exchanges coming live in January. We got, what's it called? We do have like SEC decisions coming up for ETFs to possibly go through. So we do have a lot of potential catalysts in 2019 to get that one just little spark. And then it's just off going, and you guys know what happens from there. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like. Oh, actually, before we end it, just a quick note. XRP Ledger Monitor about 2 hours ago, we did get a transaction of 200 million XRP. So pretty big transaction on the network. Don't know exactly what it is. I was hearing some people were saying it has something to do with, like OTC sales. So it might be something like that. But again, when we got big transactions through, we know it can only mean good. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, check the links in the description to support the channel. Get yourself Nano S, keep that cryptocurrency offline and safe. And make sure to turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video or a stream. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Always do appreciate your insight, and I'll see you guys in the next one.